All right, Mobile World Congress Day 3. Thank you for joining us for yet another news wrap. Again, a day filled with major announcements from a lot of big industry players. I got to spend some time today with the folks from Ericsson, specifically taking a look at their Internet of Everything technologies as they relate to business transformation of industry and society. This goes way beyond the typical IoE applications you think of, like a smartwatch or a connected device, and takes it to a macro scale. If you can imagine citywide deployment of the smart technology, changing the way that you live and the way that you interact with your city, from everything, the way utility processes work, traffic management, and even public safety. It was very exciting, and we produced a good deal of multimedia content that's going to be up on our RCR Wireless News YouTube channel. I also got to some time with Alcatel-Lucent today, and they demoed some very exciting aggregation technology that joins both Wi-Fi and cellular for sort of a dynamic offloading situation, particularly designed for deployment in dense metropolitan networks. So we had a lot of great news there, and we're going to have a lot more detail on that up on rcrwirelessnews.com. Now, Martha, I know that you've also been following some of the stories at the show here in Barcelona.
Yeah, that's right. I'm not there, but sometimes when you're away from all the hype of the show floor, you can sort of sift through a little bit of that hype. And, we're seeing a lot from the smartphone makers that shows that really price is the place to compete. If you can't compete on specs, if you're not Apple or Samsung, basically. I was surprised to see Microsoft at $177 off contract for the LTE version of that Lumia 640, $155 if you live without LTE. And then, of course, BlackBerry, kind of struggling to hang on there, $275 off contract for the new Leap phone. And BlackBerry's backtracked a little bit after saying that is all about the keyboard. The latest is touch screen only. So that was interesting. Also, all this coming out in the context of news that Apple's back on top now in the smartphone market. As of the fourth quarter, according to Gartner, Apple did sell more phones than anybody else. A little bit of Samsung for the first time since 2011, Sean.
Well, thank you for that update, Martha. And I know out in Denver, Colorado, our editor-in-chief, Dan Meyer, has also been following the action out of Mobile World Congress. Dan, what drew your attention today?
Well, hey, thanks, Sean. Yeah, well, actually, the biggest thing that's drawn my attention is that you're still in one piece out there, which is a good thing to see. I know that show's a bit hectic, so good job out there staying in one piece. Well, I will say I've been trying to follow a lot of the virtualization news coming out of the show. I know the past couple of days I've spoken a lot about some of the news, the bigger events coming out from there. Today I did see also Procero Networks and OpenNet announced a NetC NFV proof of concept demonstration of real-time OSS BSS running on a virtualized a demonstration there, kind of just showing the advantages that virtualization can have on an OSS and BSS platform. So big show there. Also earlier today, actually, I had a discussion with Diego Lopez, who heads up the ETSI, and we talked a bit about, I guess, the standards issues when it comes to NFV. I know a lot of the announcements coming from the show there are kind of working through the standards process and not to be part of it. But Lopez was very forthright in saying that standards is an evolving issue when it comes to virtualization. He touched a bit on the fact that the market, the telecom market, looked at standards in a different view. But I'll have more of that interview on this week's STM reality as well. So look out for that. And also, I get a little bit off topic for myself, but I did notice a lot of 5G news coming from the show. I know we've kind of been covering some of the 5G stuff here lately, but I know the NG-MN Alliance released a 5G white paper at the show. The EU commissioner also laid out some of the EU's plans when it comes to 5G, trying to take a leadership position in the technology. NTT Docomo and Nokia showed off some 5G plans as well. So again, a lot of 5G talk coming from the event. I know 4G Americas this week there as well. And they'd said that 4G took a lot of runway to it. So it's kind of this pattern now between where 4G and 5G is. So interesting to kind of see how that's playing out, at least when it comes to the show there. So that's kind of what I've seen at the event today, at least, Sean. Back to you there.
Yeah, Dan, I want to change gears a little bit. I see that our production people, I'm driving them crazy. A lively flamenco band has just kicked in the background here. and we were having some issues with the natural lighting. So I want to give a big shout out to our sales director, Lindsay Franklin, who is standing next to me blocking the sun so that we might bring you this exciting news coverage. So now if we could bring in our editor, Kelly Hill. Kelly, what's going on in MWC as far as test and measurement news?
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, we had some news from Spirent today. And Sean, I think this follows up nicely with what you mentioned earlier about this whole idea of more cellular Wi-Fi interactions. So they have a new solution or a new capability for evaluating Wi-Fi offload and voice over Wi-Fi. And, Spirent says, they've already been involved in some of the initial deployments of voice over Wi-Fi. They're working with different folks in the industry. Now they're adding this capability to their test portfolio in a bigger way, and talking about being able to control and configure emulated Wi-Fi access point, and being able to test multiple devices end to end. As far as voice over Wi-Fi interactions, Wi-Fi offloading, and even some RCS procedures. And along those same lines, we also had Ignite announce a new acquisition this week. They're buying a company called Setcom Wireless that's based in Munich. And interestingly, so this is a Wi-Fi device application testing company. Sort of their flagship offering is called S-Core, and it focuses on Wi-Fi offload, as well as IMS and RCS-based services. And so this is going to expand Ignite's ability to do more testing in those areas. And they also have a multi-radio access technology testing platform. So it's going to be interesting to see how they make use of that new asset that they're buying for about $2.87 million. And so definitely some interest in testing advanced features, RCS, IMS, and definitely that whole Wi-Fi offload ecosystem seems to be developing.
Excellent, Kelly. We certainly appreciate that note. And you mentioned Ignite there. I know one of our team members, Joey Jackson, got to spend a good deal of time with them at the show and is busy posting videos to our YouTube channel. We've got a lot of great content there, as well as on rcrwireless.com. I'd encourage everybody to check it out, and we sure appreciate you joining us for this recap of the news out of Mobile World Congress.